Hello and welcome to Tlön, a Misty story. This game is based on the general ideas of a short story entitled Tlön Ukbar Orbis Tertius, which was written by, and please forgive my pronunciation, Jorge Luis Borges, and it was published in 1940. This game has been on my radar for quite some time now. I got hold of a copy just over a year ago, and I've been chipping away at it for some time, and I managed to get somewhere, but not very far. This game is quite unforgiving if you do not know what you're doing, and I didn't really know what I was doing. But thankfully, someone by the name of Darkman published a playthrough on YouTube some months ago, and thanks to them, I was able to get through the game relatively easily. I will post a link to their playthrough in the description, as I believe, thanks are due for making this possible. Now, before we go into this, I will give you some warning. I don't like to use the word janky. Well, I do, but this game is pretty unpolished. It's also broken as well. There's one point in the game where we cannot progress any further due to a bug. But thankfully someone has hacked a save file so we can bypass this. But we will get there eventually. Tlön was developed in Slovakia and it was published in 1999. The translations in this game aren't great. There is a sound setting for voices, but either this version or this language did not have a voice release, or it's broken. Anyway, let's make a start. I'm going to stick to easy, because I want to get through this game relatively in one piece. And as I said before, it's fairly unpolished. There is combat in this game, and it is not great, so I'd rather just have an easier life. Anyway, let's make a start. This is our hero, Biatek, and he has just dreamt about a knight being killed. We're going to begin by stealing everything that isn't nailed down. You can see here we have 3 bars. I believe the one on the left is for food, the one in the middle is for water, and the one on the right is for our health. You can see the water one is already starting to drop, so we cannot hang around. It's almost like a timer. As I said before, there is combat in this game. We can enable it at any time, although we just cannot do much with it. We have to use the mouse cursor to attack and defend ourselves. We will get to that in time. It's worth noting that this game runs really well on Windows 10, but unfortunately there are no cutscenes, as I don't know why they just do not work on Windows 10. For some reason we cannot speak to this lady here. We can try to enter her cottage though. You can either go east or south. The village area is relatively small, but the best way to go is this way. Oh, we have some frogs. Yeah, there's no prompts for people, unfortunately. There are some prompts for objects, but not always. The brown text with the brown backgrounds is not exactly ideal. It's raining though. Surely the water levels should start to replenish. Be nice. Yeah, unfortunately there's not much in the way of storyline. You sort of have to piece it together. Wow. There seems to be a lot of frogs in this area. There is definitely a lack of prompts, and I'm not sure if there's meant to be an examine button, but maybe there was only certain limits to the translations. We shouldn't really examine this hollow tree, but I believe it is some sort of tutorial. Even though there's no prompt to tell us what to do. That wasn't too bad. I thought there was a keyboard command where we could unsheath their sword and whatnot, but there doesn't seem to be. Now it's at this point where Beatic suddenly realises that the horse that we just found was his from a previous life, and that he suddenly realises he was not born in this village, and he is the embodiment of this knight, but as you can see, it wasn't really portrayed at all. The water seems to be heavier. Why are they suddenly worried about running out of drinking water? We will return here. For now, we are going to inform everyone of our findings. Who are you? The Beatrix Hole? Alright, if you say so. Now that Yolo has left the area, for some reason we can now pick up her bracelet that she lost. And we can also enter her cottage. And steal her stuff, which she specifically requested us not to do. Well, she told us not to enter. Yeah, that water level goes down quickly. This is why I'm not hanging around. And this is what makes things tougher when you're trying to walk around working things out and getting nowhere. Because when you're exploring and getting lost, you're also slowly dying as well. What is he doing? Peeling potatoes? Ah, there's no point lying. The swamp south of my hole. What a line. We can steal 2 sticks from this area, and for some reason the ones that we can steal are the ones on this man's roof. We can also enter his cottage as well. Although there's nothing to actually do in here. Now we've gotten rid of everyone else, we can get rid of this guy here. I don't usually like doing this, but I'm going to go to the menu to save the game. As in this part here, it has crashed a couple of times, and also if I mess up here, then it's going to cause a lot of problems. This one is a puzzle which is very unforgiving. We need to use this stick, even though I've clicked on it. Nothing comes up to say that I have. We need to use the stick on the faucet here. And get this... Oh, okay, not that one. Yeah, we need to scroll all the way up to this leather bag before the water gets wasted. Oh, okay, I thought that I missed it, but we now have a bag of water. Phew. Alright, let's leave the village.